And hats off to Coach Harris and Park Crossing for rallying his guys up and being able to come into that game and really dominate the whole game. Those guys, they started fast. They jumped out on us, and we played the whole game trying to recover from their fast start. And they dominated up front on both offensive and defensive line. It's tough to get something going when you're losing the battle in the trenches, and that was the case of last Thursday night. We lost the battle in the trenches, and ultimately we lost the game. So hats off to those guys, and congratulations to those guys for getting that 4th seed. And that was the tail of the game.
Well, biggest thing just was finding that trigger point that gets our kids going to want to go out and play. Like I told them, anytime you play a Montgomery school, and it's just, I guess it's a Montgomery thing, you're going to get that team best shot, and that's what we preached about all week. Coach, they do a great job of it at Carver. The energy was there, doing warm-ups with them, and like I told Coach, we got to find a way to get our energy level up. Like I said, I looked down and their guys were like really into it, and our guys was just going through the motion. So, it was one of the things that we did, we went and got a speaker, and all of a sudden our guys woke up doing pregame, and it's just one of those things, finding what it takes. And like I told the coaches, by any means necessary, to get the guys going and ready to go. Thought, guys started, played hard, came out playing fast. Biggest thing, playing together, and that's one of the things that I challenge our team. I don't worry about the physical part. I know physically we can line up, play against anybody, but our biggest challenge is the mental part, and us finding that obstacle and fighting those obstacles to make sure that we're ready to go. But hats off to Coach. I thought they came in ready to go. It was going to be a winner, it was going to be a loser. Luckily, we came out on top, and we continue playing this season.
The whole week, we told them we control our destiny throughout the season. And like the old cliche said, ain't how you start, it's how you finish. We kind of spurted there in the middle of the second half of the season and do what we needed to do. But we talked to them about it's all about starting with your finish. 7-3 is not a bad season, you know what I'm saying? But our standard of football, I believe that we supposed to be in the playoff. We always need to be in the playoff, and we didn't do that. But hats out to those guys for just believing in the coaching staff and believing in themselves. It's finishing the season. They have something to build on, and it's all about with you saying that at the end of the year, what's your legacy? What you gonna leave behind? And so I think those guys left a good feeling behind that they finished what they started. So hopefully next year we'll be on our rebuilding stage, but we'll come back out and play good rugby league football.
All right, Coach. Just speak your mind. Tell me about y'all game this past week.
Well, I got to give a shout out to my seniors just from starting on Sunday. Man, I didn't have to say anything. We came in on Sunday. We came out of coaching meeting. Our guys was already lined up at the gate, ready to go, focus on what they need to do. So I really ain't have to say much to those guys, man. I just had to say hats out to them from the way they approached it last week, the whole practice week. They had our freshmen, our sophomores, and our juniors ready to go. And we just had a great practice. You could just see it all over how our guys performed. I think right there on Wednesday, I got so scared because they wasn't talking and wasn't playing. I cut the music on myself just to see what was going on and see to break the monotony of what was going on. But as far as the game, our guys came in, they played a hell of a game. They did everything they were supposed to do in the first quarter. We knew it was going to be physical. We felt like we could be the most physical team. We did that. We felt like they were turnover prone, so we worked a lot on different situations of scripting the ball, putting our hats on the ball, and all that came to fruition when we were down there. The game was a pretty good game all the way through until about 6 minutes left to go, and that's when the politics took over. And it's like I tell my guys, man, you living in a world where people gonna always tell you the right thing to do, but not show you the right thing to do. So you're gonna have to understand that as a black kid, man, you got to be triple better than everybody else. I mean, and let's just face it, we're in a state where the oppressed gonna always be oppressed because we don't rarely with each other. We always tend to take the side of the man who we think we can get the most out of instead of taking the side of right. And that's what kind of what this whole situation is about. It wasn't about football. If it was about football, then Lanier would have walked out there and shared the area championship. But it wasn't about football. It was about politics. And when you're dealing with politics and you start in football, then your guys gonna always suffer if they're black guys. And I felt like that's exactly what happened in that game. You saw a team that physically, mentally beat a team up and down the field, yet you found a way to inject yourself into that game to make sure that my guys don't come out on top. And that's what happened. I mean, there's nothing else to say. As a coach, how do I look at my young men that ask me, Coach, you mean to tell me that a man is just able to take a game from us without no repercussions and no consequences? And I got to look at the child and tell him what's right. Yes, that's what can happen. That can happen. So, with that being said, as a black head coach in the state of Alabama, I don't know where we go from here, because at the end of the day, it's always going to turn around and I'm going to be the belligerent one. It's always going to be the fact that I'm going to be the belligerent one. I ain't going to be the one that's going to be right because I stick up for my kids. It's always going to be that I'm the angry black man, as we say, that's now mad because he lost. Well, I didn't sit up here and say anything about the referees when I lost the league. I said that I lost the game as a coach. I didn't say the same thing when we lost the game to JD. I said JD played a better round of game than we did, and they won the game. I didn't belittle the referees or anybody about any of that. But for me to not be able to take up for my guys and tell the truth about what happened is what bothered me about the whole thing about the sports in general. We already at a disadvantage. If you look, we don't have an indoor facility. So if it rain, it storm, it whatever, now we got to change our approach to practice, or we got to change. We got to say that we're not going to practice. So we're just in a situation now where, what do you do as a black coach in the state of Alabama? What do you do? What am I supposed to do? How do I tell my guys that you are getting a fair shot when we look and see that we're not getting a fair shot? What do I do? So what I did was just told my guys that, look, you're living in a world where people they gonna get the glory and they gonna tell you to persevere. It's always y'all persevere. Y'all get through adversity. But then it's always with the other guys, oh, you did a good job, coach. You did a great job. You did a great job holding your guys together. But you don't say what the real issue is. So with that being said, we felt like we should have had a share of that area championship. We didn't get it at the end of the day. It wasn't football that didn't give it to us. It was politics. And I'm gonna stand by that no matter, how y'all how people come at me with whatever. I'm gonna keep my soul. And I'm gonna say that to people over and over again. I'm gonna keep my soul. There's no man that know me that'll say that I'm ever gonna go for wrong. I don't go for wrong. I'm just not that type. If it means us not being friends, I'm not going for wrong. I'm gonna always stand up for what's right for my kids and for my community and what's supposed to happen. And if people got a problem with that, then yeah, come at me. Come at me with that if that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, do what's right by my kids. Do what's right by my kids. Don't tell me somebody else's kids better than mine because they go through, they got a big high school, or they got more money than I have, or they able to fight more than we're able to fight because we don't have the money to fight with. Don't come at me with that. Come at me with, they're a better team than you, coach, so they beat you. Yes, sir, they beat us. They're a better team than us. If you're not a better team than us and you get a win any other way, then it's not legit. And that's the way I feel about the situation. And however folks want to say or come at me, I'm fine with that. You can have this job if that's the case, but I'm not ever going against or selling my soul for anybody to just be right or be on your side. So with that being said, I give props off to my seniors again for doing what they did this week, for bringing those guys together and getting ready to play. And I give props to my guys for not exploding in that game, because they didn't explode. They knew things were going wrong and they still didn't explode. They still played. Even in the last drive, if you watch us, we still trying to get down there and score. We don't show no effects of what happened to us. We trying to score. So with that being said, I give shout outs to my guys, to my coaches for holding their peace and doing what they're supposed to do. But at the end of the day, if it's going to be right, then let it be right. If it's not going to be right, be man enough to stand in my face and tell me that it's not going to be right.
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough atmosphere to play in. Anytime you go on the road, like Coach said, you know, you're going into to danger waters. We knew that Enterprise needed a win to get into the playoffs. So before the game, I just talked to the guys in the locker room before we came out, and I told them, I said, how you play for the name on the front of your jersey says a lot about the name on the back of your jersey. In other words, how you play for your school and for the guy next to you says a lot about where you come from. Says a lot about you as a person and man. Then I asked them, I said, guys, what do guys say? What do people say who know football but don't know you? What do they say about you? And a lot of the guys asked me, they wonder what that meant. I said, you know, people who know you gonna tell you the good things. Because, you know, a lot of times they don't want to hurt your feelings. But people who really know football and really understand football, what do they say about you as a football player? And I said, if you're not sure about that, then hey, you have a chance to give them something to talk about. And that's what our guys did. They went out there and they played their tails off. And unfortunately, you know, the ball didn't bounce our way enough. For whatever circumstances it may be, we had our chances. Got down in the fourth quarter inside the red zone, came away empty-handed, and those are things that you got to capitalize off of. But hard-fought game. We would have won. We would have said it was a classic, but we lost. So we kind of forget how good the game was. But it was a good game. Been a story of our season. You know, up and down, not being able to put the ball in the end zone when we need to. So all we can do is put our best foot forward for this last game of the week. Last game of the season.
When you think about this season, the reality of this profession in general, and probably every coach up here can attest to this, is, you know, the sooner you can realize that everybody's not going to like you, or that everybody has an opinion on, you know, how you should do things and when you should do things, the sooner you can realize that and not have it affect you as a person, the better off you can be. The reality is people are going to love you when you're winning. People are going to not like you so much when you're losing. And, you know, that's the reality. This isn't a feel-good story for us in Carver football. Without a doubt, you know, we was brought here to get the program back on track. And last year, with winning 7 games, you can somewhat live with it. But this year, just winning 4 games in a football season is no way in any shape, form, or fashion the standard that we have set for this program and our values and what we have going forward. You know, for us, it's unacceptable. So for us as a team, the way those guys played all year, you know, a lot of bright spots. But, you know, don't feel sorry for us. You know, our mindset is to rest, regroup, and, you know, try to redeem ourselves next season. So a very mediocre football season for us this year, just winning 4 games. But we know we have no chance but to fight and bounce back. You know, we're going to make some changes, and we have to get better, and that's what we plan to do.
The biggest thing, like we've been talking to the players and the coaches and just everybody, don't worry about the playoffs. The playoffs will start whenever they start. Right now, we still have a game to play in Auburn, and our focus is Auburn. Not on no playoffs. You know, hats off. We made the playoffs, but that's a standard. You know, you're supposed to be in the playoffs. And our mindset is 20% on Auburn, getting ready for them on Thursday night. Got a great Auburn team that's coming in. They do a lot of good things, but, you know, it's just one of those things that our mindset is Auburn. And we're going in just like any other week, preparation-wise, and getting ready to go out and be victorious.
Just proud of the seniors for not giving up. They could have most of the time when you're not fighting for anything. Most of the guys they either quit or they go jump to another sport. But I'm proud of the seniors. They kept their head forward and became by the fence the last game. And just proud of them, the leadership they showed throughout the year, and just the legacy they left behind. That the league is a winning program. We'll continue to be a winning program. Not saying that we did a great job this year because we should have been in the playoff, but I'm just proud of them for the leadership they did the whole season. So just hopefully next year we'll come back and give everybody exactly what they've been looking for since we've been in the Robbie League's winning season and the playoff.
Well, Sunday was, when we came in, it was all about practice. That's one of the things that over the last 4 years we've really been good at doing, getting our guys focused on the next task at hand. And that's what we did on Sunday. We came in, we totally focused on Prattville. We understand that they're a very good team, they're very well coached. They do some different things that put you in different situations where you got to be a small ball player, you got to take care of business. And that's what I told the guys. It's just about you focusing and rebranding yourself as a man. You just can't go off things that happened, in the past. We always got to be looking to go forward, and I think our guys are. We'll come in and we'll play our hardest against Prattville. I know that because based on what I've seen the last 2 days out of our guys, they really come out and played hard in practice and up their standards. And I always try to tell guys, when it gets time for playoff time, you almost got to practice 2 times harder, start to get your mindset where you got to practice 2 times harder and focus on the details at hand in order for you to be successful. And I think our guys are doing that, and I think we'll be prepared to go to Prattville. So I think it's a great environment for us to go into just before the playoff because it's going to kind of give you an idea of what it's going to be like. Those guys up there, one thing about their community, they know football. They understand when to cheer, when not to cheer. Before the game, they'll have a whole crowd over there calling our boys' names and doing different things to try to get you unfocused. So I think the atmosphere will be really great for our guys going in the game before the playoff. We'll be focused and be ready.
Going into a game, you approach like any other game. You want to win, and you're going to do everything to win the game from a preparation standpoint. But what you really have to understand is, hey, everybody wants to play football, but how many people actually want to prepare for football? See, it's so easy to go out there Friday nights and you think about all the plays you're going to make. But did you make that play all week long? And every fan wants to win on Friday night. But what did you do to help secure that win all week long? And I say fans because it's not to pick on the fans or pick on anybody else, but you can really tell. My daddy always said you can tell what someone values or what they love by where they spend their time and where they spend their money. If you're only showing up on Friday nights, how much do you really love JD? If you're a player who just, want to perform on Friday nights, how much do you really love football? And the longer and longer I've been in it, the more and more, the less and less genuine love I see for it. And that's what's so disheartening. Because I take a team with 21 seniors, several starters that came back, and we end up, right now we're sitting at 2-7. And talented group of guys, but not a lot of depth. Could have been stronger in some discipline areas, but if I'm stronger in discipline, then I become the villain. See, everybody wants a discipline program, but you don't want me to discipline your child. Everybody wants to play on Friday night, but you got to babysit on Monday. So it's so many factors that come into play, and it's a constant uphill battle from resources to talent, and we sit around and we go at it, all 5 of us on this platform, and we don't have no problem getting our athletes ready to play Lanier, Lee, Park Crossing, or Carver. But the moment that someone else comes in from outside the city, man, I'm not sure what the other coaches feel like, but it's a constant drag out just to get these guys motivated. And you think about our little leagues, we play inside the city. You think about the middle school, we play inside the city. So it's so much pride instilled in our athletes about city game, beating the other guy from Montgomery, that we can't get that same energy when we go outside of Montgomery. That's what I've been preaching to our team these last 2 weeks. Hey, I ain't got to get you up to play Lanier. why I gotta get you up to play somebody outside the city? So Dothan gonna come in here, good football team. Not the best we played, but a good football team. And they're not gonna have a problem getting up to play us because they're used to playing teams from outside of Dothan. So I'm anxious to see how our guys are gonna respond to facing someone who don't come from the same community as them, who don't come from the same background as them. And I say it once again, how you play for the name on the front of your jersey tells a lot about the name that's on the back of your jersey or that should be on the back of your jersey. So hey, we're gonna put our best foot forward. We're gonna go out here, coach from coach's standpoint, we're gonna coach our tails off, and hey, I wanna send each one of my seniors out on a positive note, and that's getting the win.
All right, to the Wolverine fans, man, the supporters, we thank you, for this season. Didn't end like we wanted it to, but we'll bounce back, in a couple of weeks. Basketball season tips off. We want the same energy for the true fans, in the gym, when we tip off with basketball season. So thank you and we love you.
Come out Thursday night, support the boys. In for a great treat. I know it's Halloween, so who knows what type of treats we have up our sleeves this week. So make sure you come out Thursday and support Park Crossing football.
I must say, I really enjoyed how y'all got together and came down to Dothan to support us. That energy was infectious. I must say, at one time, they were so loud that I thought we was at home. I got to give our fans credit. They just did a wonderful job, and our guys fed off of that. So we're going over to Prattville. We're going to prepare to play them. They're a 7A team. So if you would, now their fans gonna be there. Prattville fans gonna be there. So we need everybody that's with the Poets to come over and help the guys, cheer them on. And if you got any negativity, you can be at Club G's, wherever that is. Other than that, you can come on to Prattville and support the young men from working hard. Thank you.
Hey, Friday night, Crampton Bowl, 7 o'clock, senior night. Hey, to the Vol fans, man, hey, it's been one heck of a year. It's been a great 7 years. So let's send these guys out. And I just thank you all for all the love and support that you've shown me and shown this program. Go Vols.